And it came to pass in the days of the fathers that there was a man named Aric Veyl, lord over a valley of much water and much stone. His barns were filled, his cattle multiplied, and the people feared his hand, for he was hard of heart and slow to mercy. Then came a prophetess, clothed in torn garments, whose feet were weary with dust. And she spake unto Aric, saying, Hear, O Lord of the valley, behold, the river swells, and the flood shall come. Build high, lest thou lose thy people. But Aric lifted up his voice and mocked her, saying, Shall Aric bow to a beggar? Shall the mighty learn from the lowly? Depart, for I will not hearken. And he cast her out. Then, in the season appointed, the river rose and covered the valley, and many perished. Yet Aric's house upon the hill was spared. And in the night the prophetess cried aloud, Because thou hast despised counsel and gloried in thy pride, lo, a curse shall be upon thy seed. As iron that will not bend, so shall they break. They shall not bow, neither shall they repent until they are consumed. Thus was the curse sealed upon the house of Veyl. Now Demon, the son of Aric, was proud as his father. And it came to pass that he strove with his neighbor concerning a stone of boundary. His neighbor said, Let there be peace, for the earth is wide. But Demon hardened his neck and drew the sword. And he fell in the field, and his blood cried from the dust, but none would comfort his house. After him rose Serenia, the daughter of Demon, and she took a husband, not in meekness nor in love, but to conquer his house by her will. And her tongue was sharp, and her pride greater than her beauty. Her husband withered, and her children grew as strangers, for she ruled without kindness. Thus her house became as a tomb while yet she lived. In the next generation was Ulrich, son of her son, whose heart lusted after gold. And men warned him, saying, The vapors of the mountain are death. Depart, lest thou perish. But Ulrich laughed, saying, A veil does not flee. And the mountain swallowed him, and he was seen no more. So each generation walked in the pride of their fathers, and none turned aside to humility. In the latter days there was Marwen, the final branch of Veyl, and the house was desolate. Its halls echoed with emptiness, and its gardens were thorns. Yet Marwen clothed herself in silks and spake as a queen, though her throne was of dust. And the people of the valley came unto her, saying, Lady, the mountain groans, and the earth is rent. Flee with us, lest thou be swallowed. But Marwen lifted her head and said, This house shall not fall, for we are Veyl, and Veyl bows to none. And behold, in the night the mountain shook, and the ground was broken, and the earth opened its mouth and consumed the manor. And there was no remnant, neither son nor daughter, nor servant to remember them. So perished the house of Veyl, not by sword nor by flame, but by the pride of their own hearts. And the people spake one to another, saying, Surely the curse is fulfilled. For the haughty spirit goeth before the pit, and the proud are consumed in their own counsel. And mothers taught their children, saying, Humble thyself, lest thou be broken. For the veils would not bend, and thus they were swallowed. And it is told unto this day, that when the storm gathers over the mountains, voices are heard in the wind, haughty voices that will not repent, crying as they sink into silence. Pride is a stone. Cling to it, and thou shalt be dragged into the depths. But the meek shall inherit the valley and dwell in peace. Thus saith the record of the Veyls, the proud are cut off, and their memory is as smoke before the wind. Yet the lowly endure, and the humble find strength beneath the hand of the Most High. Blessed is the man who bows when counsel is given, for his house shall be established in peace. Blessed is the woman who yields in meekness, for her children shall rise up and call her a crown of joy. Blessed are they who turn aside from wrath and choose the path of mercy, for their names shall not be blotted out from the earth. But cursed is the man who hardens his heart, for his days shall be shortened. Cursed is the woman who glories in her pride, for her house shall be barren of love. Cursed are they who will not bend, for the pit shall claim them as surely as night follows the day. See, the house of Veyl was lifted up in its own eyes, yet was cast down into silence. But the meek of the valley whom they despised endured and flourished, and their children dwelt in safety. Therefore learn this parable and write it upon thy heart. The proud shall be broken, but the humble shall inherit the land. Thus ends the Chronicle of the House of Veyl, a warning to all generations. If this story touched you, don't forget to like, share with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more.